a WikiVidi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Zooey Deschanel. Zoe Claire Deschanel is an American actress, model and singer-songwriter. She made her film debut in Mumford, followed by a supporting role in Cameron Crowe's film Almost Famous. Deschanel became known for her deadpan comedy roles in the films The Good Girl, The New Guy, Elf, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Failure to Launch, Yes Man, and Days of Summer. She also did dramatic turns in the films Manic, All the Real Girls, Winter Passing and Bridge to Terabithia. Since 2011, she has played Jessica Day on the Fox sitcom New Girl, for which she has received an Emmy Award nomination and 3 Golden Globe Award nominations. For a few years starting in 2001, Deschanel performed in the jazz cabaret act If All the Stars Were Pretty Babies with actress Samantha Shelton. Besides singing, she plays keyboards, percussion, banjo, and ukulele. In 2006, Deschanel teamed up with M. Ward to release a debut album, Volume 1, under the name She and Him in March 2008. They released a follow-up album, Volume 2, in March 2010, with their Christmas album A Very She and Him Christmas being released in 2011, Volume 3 in 2013, and Classics in 2014. She also received Grammy Award for Best Song Written for Visual Media nomination for her song, So Long, which featured in the Winnie the Pooh soundtrack. Deschanel is also a co-founder of the female-focused website Hello Giggles, which was acquired by Time Incorporated in 2015. Early life. Deschanel was born January 17, 1980, in Los Angeles, California. She is the younger daughter of cinematographer and director Caleb Deschanel and actress Mary Jo Deschanel. Her paternal grandfather was French, from Malines, Rhône. She also has Swiss, Dutch, English, Irish, and other French ancestry. She was named after Zoe Glass, the male protagonist of J.D. Salinger's 1961 novella Franny and Zoe. Her older sister is actress Emily Deschanel, who starred in the Fox crime comedy drama series Bones. Deschanel lived in Los Angeles, but spent much of her childhood traveling, because her father shot films on location. She later said that she hated all the traveling. I'm really happy now that I had the experience, but at the time I was just so miserable to have to leave my friends in Los Angeles and go to places where they didn't have any food I liked or things I was used to. She attended Crossroads, a private preparatory school in Santa Monica, where she befriended future co-stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Kate Hudson. She sang throughout high school, planning to pursue a career in musical theater and attending Frenchwood's Festival of the Performing Arts. She attended Northwestern University for 9 months before dropping out to pursue acting. 1999-2001 Early acting credits. Deschanel had a guest appearance on the television series Veronica's Closet in 1998 and made her film debut in Lawrence Kasdan's comedy Mumford, revolving around the neurotic residents in a small town and co-starring Hope Davis, Jason Lee, Alfre Woodard and Mary McDonnell. Also in 1999, she appeared in the music video for The Offspring single, She's Got Issues. Deschanel co-starred in Cameron Crowe's semi-autobiographical Almost Famous, where she played Anita Miller, the rebellious older sister of a teenage journalist. Despite a modest box office response, the film received critical praise, winning the Golden Globe Award for Best Film Musical or Comedy. Deschanel appeared in the independent drama Manic, as the love interest of a troubled teen. The film was screened at the Sundance Film Festival and received a limited theatrical release. The New York Times found Deschanel to be particularly spontaneous, unaffected and emotionally direct in her role. 2002-2010 Comedy and Dramatic Balance. In 2002, Deschanel appeared in 4 feature films. In the comedy Big Trouble, with Tim Allen and Rene Russo, she played the daughter of Russo's character, and she starred in the teen comedy The New Guy as a guitar player in a band. She took on the role of a cynical, plain-spoken young woman working in a big-box store in the black dramedy The Good Girl, starring Jennifer Aniston and Jake Gyllenhaal. She appeared with Katie Holmes, Benjamin Bratt and Melanie Linsky in the psychological thriller Abandon. Deschanel appeared in Frasier, in the season 10 episode titled Kissing Cousin, as Roz Doyle's out-of-control cousin, Jen. The New York Times reported that Deschanel was one of Hollywood's most sought-after young stars in 2002. And the Los Angeles Times wrote in early 2003 that Deschanel had become a recognizable type due to her deadpan, sardonic, and scene-stealing film performances as the protagonist's best friend. Deschanel objected to her typecasting, arguing, "A lot of these roles are just a formula idea of somebody's best friend, and it's like, I don't even have that many friends. In high school, I stayed home all the time, so I don't know how I'm everybody's best friend now." After turning down several supporting roles, Deschanel made her leading debut in All the Real Girls as Noelle, a sexually curious 18-year-old virgin who has a life-changing romance with an aimless 22-year-old. The film screened at the Sundance Film Festival and was released for selected theaters. Her performance received critical praise, and she was nominated for an Independent Spirit Award for Best Actress. Later in 2003, Deschanel co-starred opposite Will Ferrell in the Christmas comedy Elf as a deadpan department store worker. Response towards the film was positive, and it grossed $220.4 million at the worldwide box office. In 2004, Deschanel starred in Eulogy, and in 2005, she played Tricia McMillan in the film adaptation of Douglas Adams' science fiction novel The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. She acted in Winter Passing, co-starring Will Ferrell. Deschanel next appeared in Failure to Launch, as the neurotic roommate of Sarah Jessica Parker's character. She also had a recurring role in 4 episodes of the Showtime television series Weeds, from 2006 to 2007, where she played Kat, Andy Botwin's quirky ex-girlfriend. In September 2006, it was announced that Deschanel had signed on to play 1960s singer Janis Joplin in the film The Gospel According to Janis, to be co-written and directed by Penelope Spheris. The film was scheduled to begin shooting in 2006, but it was then postponed indefinitely. It was then resurrected again, with a planned release date of 2012, before being cancelled altogether in 2011. Deschanel expressed frustration with the cancellation, saying she had spent 3 years working on imitating Joplin's scratchy singing voice. In 2007, Deschanel appeared in 2 children's films, Bridge to Terabithia, in which she played a quirky music teacher, and the animated film Surf's Up, voicing a penguin. She took on the brief role of Dorothy Evans in the revisionist western The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, and starred in the B-comedy Flakes, which was released in only 1 theater. Deschanel starred as DG in the Sci-Fi Channel miniseries Tin Man, a reimagined science fiction version of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. It aired in December 2007. Deschanel also narrated the children's book Players in Pigtails. She voiced Mary, Cleta's daughter, in 3 episodes of The Simpsons, since debuting on the April 27, 2008 episode, Apocalypse Cow. In M. Night Shyamalan's thriller The Happening, she starred opposite Mark Wahlberg as a couple trying to escape from an inexplicable natural disaster. Despite largely negative reviews, critic Roger Ebert felt that Wahlberg and Deschanel's performances bring a quiet dignity to their characters, and globally, the film made $163 million. She starred in the independent comedy Gigantic, which screened at the Toronto International Film Festival, and was distributed for a limited release in certain parts of the United States only. In the comedy Yes Man, she played an unorthodox singer, and the girlfriend of Jim Carrey's character. The film grossed $223.1 million around the world. Deschanel reunited with Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the independent romantic drama about the development and demise of a relationship Days of Summer. The film garnered critical acclaim and became a sleeper hit, earning over $60 million in worldwide returns, far exceeding its $7.5 million budget. Mark Adams of the Daily Mirror found the film to be a modern romance for grown-ups, and a sweet-natured, funny, deeply romantic tale, blessed with top-notch performances by Deschanel and Gordon-Levitt, who are both charming and have real chemistry. In December 2009, Deschanel guest-starred in a Christmas episode of the Fox crime procedural comedy drama Bones, which was the first ever on-screen pairing of the Deschanel sisters. 2011 present, New Girl. Deschanel starred in the comedy Our Idiot Brother as the independent and bisexual sister of a dim-witted, but idealistic man. The production was screened at the Sundance Film Festival, to a generally positive critical reception. She played belladonna in the stoner fantasy comedy Your Highness, with Danny McBride and James Franco. The film received negative reviews, and bombed at the box office. Describing her role, Roger Ebert noted in its review for the film, Deschanel is brought on stage, quickly kidnapped by an evil sorcerer, spends a good deal of time as a captive in his lair, is rescued and lives happily ever after. She might as well be a mannequin, for all she's given to say and do. This intelligent, nuanced actress, standing there baffled, used as a placeholder. Deschanel signed on to star as a bubbly and offbeat teacher Jessica Jess Day on the Fox sitcom New Girl, created by Elizabeth Merriweather. She became a producer on the show and helped build the character, which she has described as a part of her, especially in regards to the sort of enthusiasm and optimism of her youth. The series premiered in September 2011, and USA Today described her performance as a role tailored to launch her from respected indie actor to certified television star. Deschanel soars, combining well-honed skills with a natural charm. She was received 1 Emmy and 3 Golden Globe nominations for her role. Deschanel hosted Saturday Night Live on February 11, 2012. The series still runs, with its final season airing in winter/spring of 2018. In Rock the Casbah, she played a Los Angeles singer taken to Afghanistan by her husband manager. Despite a $15 million budget, the comedy only made $3 million at the North American box office. She obtained the role of a mysterious woman in the neo-noir drama The Driftless Area, screened at the Tribeca Film Festival and released for vote. She voiced a kind-hearted Bergen, Bridget, in the animated family comedy Trolls, which grossed $344 million worldwide. Singing and performing. In 2001, Deschanel formed If All the Stars Were Pretty Babies, a jazz cabaret act with fellow actress Samantha Shelton. The pair performed around Los Angeles. In March 2007, Deschanel contributed vocals to 2 songs, Slowly and Ask Her to Dance, on the album Night Timing by Jason Schwartzman's band Coconut Records. It was reported that Deschanel and Dem Ward, who had previously performed with Deschanel on stage, were recording music under the moniker She and Him. Their first album, titled Volume 1, was released by Merge Records on March 18, 2008. It received a strong response from critics, with Paste magazine voting it the #1 album of 2008. Patrick Caldwell of the Austin American-Statesman wrote, "The album gently rambled through 13 tracks of sun-dappled pop, with a gentle Orbisonian charm and sweet, wistful vocals from Deschanel." Deschanel recorded The Fabric of My Life for a 2009 advertising campaign for Cotton Incorporated. On March 23, 2010, the second She and Him album, Volume 2, was released. Deschanel and Dem Ward both featured on The Place We Ran From, the album by Snow Patrol member Gary Lightbody's side project, Tired Pony. Deschanel contributed vocals to the tracks Get on the Road and Point Me at Lost Islands, while M. Ward contributed vocals and guitar to the track Held in the Arms of Your Words, and guitar to the track That Silver Necklace. Deschanel performed God Bless America during the 7th-inning stretch in Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and San Francisco Giants on October 19, 2010 at AT&T Park in San Francisco. On October 23, 2011, Deschanel performed The Star-Spangled Banner before Game 4 of the World Series between the Texas Rangers and the St. Louis Cardinals at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington, Texas. Deschanel contributed a cover of Buddy Holly's It's So Easy for the tribute album Listen to Me, Buddy Holly, released on September 6, 2011. She had previously appeared on Rave on Buddy Holly, with She and Him performing Oh Boy, released in June 2011. A very She and Him Christmas was announced on Pitchfork.com in September 2011. The 12-track Christmas album was released October 25, 2011, under Merge Records. On December 28, 2011, she and Joseph Gordon-Levitt recorded an informal version of What Are You Doing New Year's Eve for her Hello Giggles YouTube channel. It was immensely popular and within 4 days had over 6 million views. Deschanel was featured on bandmate M. Ward's sixth solo album, A Wasteland Companion. She and him's next album, Volume 3, was released by Merge Records in May 2013. In the 15-track album, Deschanel wrote 11 songs, while 3 others are cover songs. It debuted at number 15 on the Billboard 200. The band's fifth studio album, Classics, received a December 2014 release by Columbia Records, and it features 13 covers of classic songs, recorded live and accompanied by a 20-piece orchestra. Response towards the album was positive, with Robert Ham for Alternative Press writing that Deschanel is a delight. At times coy and romantic, and in other moments, moody and pensive. She also appeared as a guest vocalist on Brian Wilson's album No Peer Pressure. Brought to you by Wikividi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?